You know, making that game a battle hasn't been done in a really long time. So for us to do that, I mean, it means a lot, and it just shows how far we come as a program. But you know, at the end of the day, we want to win those games. You know, we're not looking, forward to losing just by 4, or like whatever it is. You know, so at the end of the day, we just got to go back in the film room. We got to get better. We got to learn from this one, and look forward to Cincinnati.
How did the offense just surround and pick up Cole just with the run game and everything?
Yeah, I mean, for a guy like him, to keep progressing the way he is as a true freshman, it means everything to us. But at the end of the day, we all know what we were like as true freshmen, especially at his position. I mean, it's the hardest thing you can do. And so, for us just to be able to do our job and be efficient in the run game, it really helps him out. For us to pick up blocks when we needed to as well. So, that guy laid it out there, and you saw a lot of big hits we take. We're screaming at him to, quit taking those hits. But, at the end of the day, he's just a warrior, and he was going out there just battling for his team.
Devin, you played a lot as a true freshman. Can you give Cole advice about what it takes to be out there consistently?
I tried to, but, we played 2 very different positions. For me as a true freshman playing running back is way easier than what he has to do. So, as much as I can, try to help him calm down and just see things, that's what I try to give him. But, that guy, he's cool as ice, in the huddle, so you don't have to do that too much with him.
It seemed like you guys did a lot of direct snaps. Is that something you saw on film for the run game to kind of get it going?
Kind of within this last 3 weeks, we've been doing a lot of the direct snaps, and, it's just been really efficient, and Coach K trusts us with it, so we just keep it going, and, it was working really well today, and just so we just got to keep on executing that, and, a lot of other things just to keep taking the load off Cole so much.
What do you like about it?
Honestly, I kind of like controlling the offense a little bit, but, I just think for me, it just helps me see things a little bit quicker versus, taking a handoff and then having to see it. So being able to just see the whole picture quicker for me, it helps.
Devin, when did you know you could trust Cole out there?
Right away. I mean, honestly, as soon as he got here, we didn't know he was going to play, obviously, but, he was just a guy who, when he was getting his reps with the when we were able to actually see his reps and he was getting those reps, we just saw how calm he was, and it was kind of a shock at first. You're like, okay, this guy has some stuff to him, and so when he came in last week, we were, or even he came in, there was one play he had, I can't remember what game it was, but he came in, commanded the huddle, and that's just the type of guy he is, and he's obviously, you saw how many hits he was taking. He's not afraid of anything, and that's just the type of stuff that we like, and we trust him with it.
Obviously, they're not going to hit a quarterback in practice, so I mean, like, when you first saw him being willing to, give answers to those hits, what was your reaction?
To not do it. For me, I mean, you don't want to, especially with a situation where now, we don't need another one. So for us, I was just telling him, to just protect himself. And obviously, he was just saying, forget that. I'm going to, get the extra yards. So that was the thing that we respect about him. We just see that how tough he is, and that he's a warrior, man. He was willing to go to battle for his team.
How far has this rivalry come since you started as a freshman?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it, that those type of games used to be blowouts, and, we flipped the script to now making those games competitive, but we don't want to just make those games competitive anymore. We want to end up winning those games. So they're still disappointed, and we didn't get the end result that we wanted, but we're going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep clawing our way, and we're going to get there one day.
What was the experience like of playing against your cousin, especially with him being on the opposite side of the ball now, too?
Yeah, man. I'm super proud of him, firstly. He was a guy, started at receiver and wasn't getting as much play time, then went over there and battled. So obviously that's my blood. So, super proud of him. But, it was really cool playing against him and some other guys that I know. He came on a corner blitz one time and I put him down. So you can send that to him if you want. But, it was really cool just to see how far we've come, because I've been around him obviously my whole life. So it was really special.
And then the option look with Torrey, I think you guys did that 6 or 7 times. Just what was it about this game that made you think that would be a useful thing to implement? Yeah,
I mean, as dynamic as we see Torrey being, he's just another guy that has another tool in his bag, I guess, being able to run quarterback and run the options. So he's just a guy that we know that, if he couldn't pitch it, he was able to stick his foot in the ground and see the hole pretty clearly. And you saw that happen a lot of times too. So super proud of him for jumping in a position that, he hasn't played a whole lot in his career, and, doing it really honestly perfectly for how we scripted out all week.
Obviously tough loss for you guys, but you had a pretty great game.